2 months to the long-awaited general elections, the Cabinet Secretary for ICT, Mucheru, has assured Kenyans that the government will not interfere with election transmission as feared. The CS lashed out at leaders who are claiming that there were plans to rig the elections using the internet, terming the allegations as impractical, far-fetched and baseless.
ICT has really grown, and Kenya is one of the leading countries globally, both in terms of connectivity and in terms of usage of the internet. So it makes a lot of sense to ensure we have both a policy and a strategy that continues to grow and evolve as we see more and more technologies coming up. So this is a workshop that NC4 has been having, and this is to ensure that as a country we're prepared. As you've seen, it's everybody, government, private sector, have been involved, academia, many professors were here.
This came as the CS said that the ministry was working closely with the IEBC to ensure that all polling stations had 100% internet coverage.
Anyone that is trying to misuse either people's ignorance or the facilities that have been provided, that we have sufficient ability to respond and to mitigate any of the risks that come with cyber security.
In the last couple of weeks, the Kenya Kwanza team led by Deputy President William Ruto has alleged of a plot to hack the IEBC servers and transmission of the results. Reacting to this, Mucheru said that the IEBC was an independent body which had hired ICT experts to ensure that the transmission of the results was safe.
So the strategy that is now being prepared for 2022 to 2026 is an important one that will allow us to continue ensuring that the country is ahead of all these areas as we introduce 5G and many of the new products and services. Then at least we're prepared. From our end, I think we are fairly safe with what we've provided, but as you know, we are not running the elections. That is being run by the IEBC, so they're the ones who are procuring the servers, they're the ones procuring even the connectivity. So I think they would be best placed to answer that question, and I'm hoping that they've consulted NC4 to make sure that everything they have is safe. And they also say they're calling them satellite modems. They've got over 1,500 satellite modems, which means they're going to use those. So Marjan announced that as the CEO of IEBC, that they also have those devices which can work anywhere, which means they have 100% coverage of all the polling stations to be able to transmit. That's theoretically, that's what we know. They're the ones who go to the ground and test and show whether it is working or not. There are people who keep on saying that I'm planning to hack, I don't know, I have teams, but all that is politics. It's not reality. I was talking to professionals, people who know how systems are set up, people who've been looking at security, and we know as a country we've been fairly secure. So this issue of hacking is just a political gimmick. It's not reality. Even the questions that used to be asked about, if miss and is that working and so on, you can see all those things have significantly reduced.
The CS said that the government had strong IT infrastructure and trained personnel to deal with any planned cases of hacking.
Because government has really invested, the president has really supported us in ensuring we have the right infrastructure, fiber across the country. We've put in new data centers, and of course the training and setting up all the services so that we've got really well-skilled people. We recently hired over 100 ICT graduates into the ministry so as to come in and support a lot of the infrastructure that is required in services across government. As you know, we've digitized lands, we're digitizing health, all these different ministries. And therefore it is critical, and we must ensure that we are safe and secure. So yes, people will attempt. There are many attempts. I think they're in hundreds of thousands of attempts. But I think we always focus on either the defense or if there's any that has been successful. But so far, I think we've been well. And that's why we continue to make sure we train, we put the right strategies in place so that we protect the country.
On internet connectivity, he said that IEBC had acquired over 1,000 satellite modems to make sure that all polling stations without internet were fully covered during the elections.
And the mission for this strategy is to build a trusted, secure, and resilient cyberspace through a coordinated approach while maximizing all the benefits of digital economy. So, sir, we have identified 6 strategic goals that we want to achieve in this strategy. And the first one is to build institutional framework for cybersecurity governance and coordination. Second one, strengthen cybersecurity legal and regulated framework. Third, protect and safeguard critical information infrastructures. Fourth is to strengthen cybersecurity capability and capacity. Fifth is to mitigate cybersecurity risk, enhance detection, prevention, and response of cyber threats. And finally, fostering national and international cooperation. Among the key interventions that we are proposing is to have an agency, cybersecurity agency, to coordinate the aspect of the cybersecurity. There is also an activity of strengthening the existing capacity of NC4 Secretariat. There is also a proposal to have National Cybersecurity Operations Center, promoting multi-agency participation, and finally, more important, is to consider allocating dedicated resources budget for cybersecurity.
He, however, added that the hackers had on many occasions tried to hack the government websites and succeeded in a few, but this issue had been addressed. Mucheru pointed that the eCitizen platform was offering over 300 services to Kenya as critical, adding that any plans to hack it would paralyze government services. Speaking in Naivasha, after closing a workshop on the National Cybersecurity Strategy, the CS termed the cybercrime as one of the major challenges facing the world, adding that the government had hired over 100 ICT graduates to help protect government websites from threats posed through cybercrime.